I really enjoyed that FTR and House of Black match, and it feels like you guys have been putting on some great shows lately. And of course, we're all sort of looking towards Greensboro. It's going to be here before you know it. I know it looks like on paper, Sting's last match has sold out a few times, but you guys keep opening up a few tickets for production kills. What do you think the total capacity is going to be there for the Stinger's last dance at Revolution in Greensboro, Tony?
Well, I think it's going to be over 15,000. I know that. And the building holds, if I recall, and I haven't looked it up, but if I recall, the Greensboro Coliseum is a gigantic building because it's kind of been the home of the ACC tournament for years, and they opened up they actually years ago from the Greensboro Coliseum that I used to go and watch wrestling in the 70s is much same building, but it's much bigger now. They increased it. I
Yes.
think they put another level on it. I think we're going to have just about every seat sold out that that can be sold out because we got the big screen
Right.
and there's obviously some seats that'll have to be blocked because of production. But I think we're going to have over 15, maybe like 17,000
Wow.
in there. So going to be one of the biggest crowds that I've ever been a part of in Greensboro, and I'm looking forward to it for many reasons. Obviously, because of Sting and it being his last match, and because Greensboro means a lot to me and
Yes.
means a lot to me in my fandom. So really, really excited about that. It's almost upon us too. It really is. It's almost here. So a lot of excitement about that. And yes, the shows have been good. Really, I really think that Collision has been great.
Yes.
It has been. They've been great shows, and I'm just really excited about after we do the shows. I'm thinking that was a damn good show, and not saying it's not saying overall it's a better show than Dynamite, but at times it is a better show. Some weeks it is a better show, and it's just in the natural course of things that happens like that. And some weeks Dynamite's a better show, but I think I've been very, very happy about Collision. And I may have said this to you before. I really enjoy working with Kevin Kelly and Nigel.
Oh, great.
Really do. Really, really do. Uh, we uh, we've really we've really developed a friendship and we get along with each other. And because I do a lot of the announcing on Collision, I don't really do that much backstage at Collision. Tony told me, he said, just be an announcer on those days. So I kind of go back and stay in the announcer's room the entire day without running around being a pain in the ass like I normally am. So those are good days. I really enjoy Saturdays. Really enjoy Saturday.
I just I couldn't help it. I had to throw it in my Google machine and see, hey, how many people were at the first Starcade 1983 in Greensboro? It was 15,447.
Wow.
The next year, also Greensboro, the Starcade $84 million challenge, 16,000 for that one. And then of course, 85 is where we did two shows, both the Omni and in Greensboro. They estimated around 30,000 for that. But maybe the thing that shocked me the most, we all sort of look back so lovingly and maybe with rose colored glasses on that first Clash of the Champions. It was a star making performance by Sting and Ric Flair, 45 minutes, time limit draw, heads up for the world title against WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Only 6,000 people were at that first Clash.
Mm.
So when you think about it, you're going from 6,000 for the first coming out party in Greensboro, if you will, for Sting. And he's going to wrap it up with 16,000. That really puts into context, I think, where WCW was then and maybe where AEW is now. And maybe more importantly, how beloved Sting is today in 2024.
Exactly. There's also another factor. I really, when I hear that number 6,000 for the Clash of the Champions, it was also on free TV.
Yes.
Starcade was not. And here's another thing. There was, and I felt it. I didn't know the numbers, but I felt it when Jim Crockett removed Starrcade out of Greensboro. And he had by that time, because Starrcade had been in Chicago in 87.
That's right.
The people in the people, the old Mid-Atlantic people were kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
They felt like it had become, it had ceased to become, which it had, their own Mid-Atlantic promotion, and now became a national one. And I compare it to NASCAR starting to go everywhere but the South. NASCAR really alienated a lot of fans in the South. And if you look now and take a look at the people that come to NASCAR races, they don't draw like they used to draw. They really don't. And the reason is because they started going to Las Vegas, Chicago, Phoenix, Kansas City. They started becoming a national entity, a national sport, instead of a Southern sport. And it was written about a lot when it first happened, about how this is going to alienate the fans in the South. And of course, fans get older and fans die off and new fans come in, and I get it. But I think NASCAR had done that. And I think Jim Crockett Promotions alienated the South by trying to go national. And it was the right thing to do, to try to go national. So I'm not saying we shouldn't have done it, but I think the 6,000 is a part of that process.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson here to tell you a little more about what AdFreeShows.com is all about. Get early, ad-free access to more than a dozen of your favorite wrestling podcasts every single week, starting at just $9. That's less than 20 cents an episode each month. And yes, you can listen to them all directly through Apple Podcasts or your regular podcast apps. How easy is that? Ad-Free Shows also has thousands of hours worth of bonus content and docuseries like Title Chase, Eric Fires Back, Conversations with Conrad, and The Insiders. Plus new series like The Book with David Crockett, Monday Mailbags with Mike Chioda and Nick Patrick, and a whole lot more. And you want to talk about early? You can't get any earlier than listening to the shows live. You can be a part of the live studio audience as we record the podcast. Plus, ride shotgun alongside your favorite childhood heroes for live watch-alongs, Q&As, and other interactive experiences every single month. Come on now, see for yourself what thousands of other wrestling fans from around the world have discovered, that AdFreeShows.com is the best value in wrestling. Check it out today, and hey, when you do, the first week is completely free. AdFreeShows.com.